Hey, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. I feel like I just left that last video about gnome hanging. I do apologise. The reason they realise they're running out of time is because the unravelling is happening a lot quicker than certain elements anticipated. Felons or the orange twerp's health is failing rapidly, and things are not going to plan. So I'm just going to put it out that way. That's why they feel like they've got to ramp up their situation. Now, that being said, I had a look at, you can, if you're really desperate, if you put in Trump on Truth Social, you can actually have a look at his Truth Social account without having to accept cookies and without having to actually sign up or anything. And the latest post that I saw on there from an hour ago, and you can guarantee it wasn't written by him because it was actually articulated and with correct punctuation, etc. Apparently, the great honour of putting up two beautiful flagpoles on the White House North and South lawns. Really? Really? That's what you're posting about at the moment? Or whomever is in charge of your Untruth Social, that's what you're posting about at the moment? I just refreshed. No, that was the last one. About two flagpoles. They are tall, papered, rust-proof, and rope inside the pole of the highest quality. Really, when what's actually happening in the world at the moment, that's what you're posting. There's a lot of absolute rubbish on there as well about apparently he's, got 95% approval rating and all the rest of it. We know that's not the case. However, what I want to have a look at first up, there's a lot that I want to get through today before we fly out late this evening. I want to have a look at the bill again. So, Democratic Senator Tim Kaine, I believe, from Kentucky, has introduced a bill that the war, basically saying that any war or troop action has to be authorised by Congress first. So what this really feels like, it feels like a race between those behind Felon 45, those pulling the strings. I mean, to be honest, in Canada, he looked and behaved as if he had a hand stuffed up his backside, making his mouth go yap yap yap. The energy was just he was ranting, talking points that I believe he had been told to say, rush, rush, rush. And then he scarpered as quick as he could before Arute got on the scene. And I suspect because he knows that they know and they've got the information and they were going to confront him. I think the reading I did the other day basically said that if he went, they would confront him with the truth and basically say, you tell or we tell. So he scarpered pretty quick. Now, apparently, according to Article 1, Section 8, I'm assuming this is in the Constitution, and Article 2, Section 2, the President can order military action in response to attacks or threats. Now, that's why past presidents have been able to order American troops and military into Korea, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, Kosovo, and airstrikes on Syria. So basically, I mean, it's a very loose wording, and as time goes on, it gets looser and looser, but in response to attacks or threats. They can initiate strikes or operations, and the War Powers Resolution Act of 1973 basically says that the President must notify Congress within 48 hours of committing troops. So he can commit the troops first and then has to let Congress know. And apparently the US then troop involvement is for a maximum of 60 days. What's happening is this bill has been introduced by Senator Kaine into the House to basically say, no, you can't do that. No, you have to actually get permission of Congress. Now, apparently Israel media has come out and quoted that the Orange Twerp is expected to sign an executive order imminently, expected to sign an executive order to enter the war. The war that Israel started. Tulsi Gabbard has come out and said that Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons, and the Orange Twerp has said, "Oh, I don't care. We're still going in." It's absolutely, they're tearing themselves apart from within, and it's absolutely unraveling. Okay, I've got more than three cards that have popped out. So come on down, let's have a look. I thought this was just one card, and then I went to move it, and I saw there were two underneath. So my question is what's going to happen with this bill? Well, the voters voted for the representatives to represent. I posted in my post section a thread. Now you can go onto threads unless you've been booted off at some part, but you don't have to be signed into threads or be signed up to threads to be able to go in and read. I've posted in my post section a thread of MAGAs just losing their biscuit over the fact that the felon is potentially going to commit them to a proxy war. You know, this is not what we signed up for. Well, duh. It's not like he didn't tell you who he was. So, yeah, this is putting pressure on the representatives to represent. But somebody is tied to this devil energy, tied to the corruption, tied to, or is it some of these reps that are tied? And the bill is being presented. Okay, is about Homeland Security. Now that's NOM. Gabbard is DNI, Department of National Intelligence. Is this why they took NOM out? Because she was against it. This is about protection, security of homeland. America first. What happened to the US first? Here's the bill being presented, not liking the bill, but it may make progress forward. So I want to have a look at this. Might make progress. There's Gabbard. Okay, a few of you said, is that Queen of Wands Gabbard who's now come out and said? So I'm going to say, yes, there's Gabbard and the new journey. We've then got the lawmakers with taking action and some sort of announcement being made to moderate and temperate, and then the investigation into the snake and the path. Okay, so it is a battle of thems versus, okay, I'll just take those off and do. It feels like there's a race against time now. I read in the news that the USS Nimitz was this yesterday. Oh, the devil trying to harvest, trying to reap what has been sown, but will he be able to? It's like a race between the nymphs getting to the and bowing down in front of the nymphs, between the nymphs and this bill getting through. I'll have a look at that. I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong, but USS Nymphs. I'll do a reading on that in a minute. Will this bill get passed in time? Will this bill get passed in time? The lovers, okay. The fading contracts and agreements that were made. The inability to harvest. Let's see where this goes. The Ten of Wands, the burden, overreach. in the past. Be careful what you wish for. Absolutely. Be careful what you wish for. You voted. This is like seriously. Okay. Unexpected message coming forward. Emotionally overwhelming. Something new is going to happen. It's going to be emotionally overwhelming. You've got my Russia-Iran card externally. Internally, you've got the voters pushing back. Yeah, the hopes and fears. You've got that devil there again. This could also be something significantly new coming forward, going on the defence of the government, and the Three of Pentacles, the military industry, crossroads moment, and the Wheel of Fortune as volatile information comes forward. Okay, there's the military, there's the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, but then we've got the star shining a light on the ending of some sort of protection, on hidden agendas. You've then got the infighting, and then you've got the death card coming together across the aisle to bring something to fruition with the Magician, and then the Justice card. You've got a leader in retreat. You've got the Strength card. You've got the Treason card, and then you've got the Five of Cups, loss, heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal. Awful, awful, awful cards. So that's going to take me to my next question, and I'm actually don't think the bill's going to get through in time, which I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to use, for those that was the Gilded Tarot Royale. I'm going to use the Runic Tarot. Just bring you up while in case I forgot to show it for the senses, entertainment only. I want to ask about the nymphs. It feels like, everything is in flux. This is my cheat sheet in case you're wondering what I'm unwrapping here. It is incomplete, but doing my best. Everything is in flux in that nothing is set in stone until it actually happens, and it's very much about personal choice. Is the USS Nimitz, who was in the South China Sea and got told to get your backside over there? I believe last time I heard it was in the Indian Ocean. Long way for it to have to travel for an old warship, an old aircraft carrier. Now, it was ordered in 1967. It was launched in 1972. So this is the oldest aircraft carrier in the fleet. So interesting choice. And it is slated for decommissioning in May 26. So in basically 11 months. In 10 months' time, it will sail to where it will be decommissioned. It has on board a nuclear power plant, which means that it can stay at sea for 20 years, not months, not days, not weeks, years. It does not have to make landfall to refuel. Is the nymphs? A lot of us are picking up. I watched Rosie last night. It's lunchtime here at the moment. Watched Rosie last night. She was picking up a false flag explosion as well. Is the nymphs going to be sacrificed? Oh boy, oh boy. For those who know people serving on the nymphs, please, huge prayers, huge protection. Probably wouldn't hurt too if you can just I don't know. What do you say? I don't even know if I want to read on this now, actually. Will the nymphs be sacrificed? Right. Two of Swords. The decision is yet to be made, but that is one of the strategies. That is one of the strategies. This symbol here is honor, authority, warriors. This symbol here is the challenge, the frustration, and the blocking. In the disguise of the wolf, disguised, false flag, the decision is yet to be made. I don't even think the commander of the USS Nimitz knows that this is... Is this something that Higgs is going to leak before the Nimitz gets there or before it happens? Because I did get yesterday, there's something massive that Higgs is going... Is this not going to sit well with a drunken Higgs breath? Keg's breath. Whiskey keg. Because you've got here in disguise, undercover, and it could go either way at the moment. Far out, Brussels. Okay. You've got, whoa! The challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. Does this look like somebody who might be in their cups? You know what I'm talking about. I know it's a pentacle card. It's not a cups card. But does this look like somebody who's sitting back, having had a few? Okay, let's see where this goes. The foundation is the King of Swords, which is about strategy, and also be about, kings are action cards. So we've got strategy, because it can also be about truth coming out. Oh, far out, man. Like in the past, the 10 of Wands, planting the seeds of this idea. Now look here, we've got, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. You've got the two bald eagles here. You've got the two bald eagles flying here. I would say that this was discussed, and I'm drawn to the eye. Look at the evilness in the eye of that magician. I know he looks like a Gandalf figure, but he's not Gandalf. The glowing eye has planted, has because didn't they have a, oh boy, called into the what do they call it, the room, the planning, the briefing room, the National Security Command. I mean, Dolores, the tea lady's got more experience and ability than those that were in that room. It's like they're playing games. But yeah, we've got the two eagles here, the two eagles here. Yeah, this is the planning. This is the strategy. I actually feel really concerned here. Okay, I don't want to be sensationalist, but right. Crowning this reading, we've got the Nine of Wands. This is some sort of boundary that's going to stop. Okay, I feel a lot better there now. Going to stop what is being planned, the overarching energy. Now I'm just looking at these particular runes. This one here, fantasies and dreams. Fantasies and dreams. Well, we know whose fantasy and dream it is. This one here, sorry, I'll hold it up. So this is fantasies and dreams. This one is an upside down. When it's backwards, it means a wounded ulcer. a festering sore, basically. So we know who's got the festering sore from his childhood. And then this one here, if I'm reading it correctly, and I'm sure you ruins people will let me know, is defense on its side. Oh boy, defense on its side, protecting. Feel it may be stopped. Let's see where this goes. There's the King of Cups. Who is this King of Cups aside from Mark Carney the other day? Or could this be Hegseth Inner's cups bringing forth the information? Externally, the Page of Pentacles, a reduction in the defense. Internally, Queen of Swords. Swords are also about messaging via air, like as in social media or some sort of networks. Down to one eagle here. So you've got two, and then one in this particular card on this Queen of Swords. Oh boy. Right. The hopes and fears. Celebration, circles of support. Not sure what that is, but here is a plan to something to happen overseas. And again, the arrow. Authority. Warriors. An unexpected message coming out of left field that is going to bring this to an end. I think Heggs might spill the beans, or somebody is going to leak on this, because the death card. I'm hoping it doesn't bring death. I'm thinking it's going to be stopped. Strength of compassion, and then new journey. Okay, this is wild. This is wild. The Queen of Cups, something yet to be revealed that will bring justice and defiance of those that were involved as they. Is this okay? And then we've got the Eight of Swords, and then we've got the Moon revealing the secrets. The Eight of Cups, somebody's going to walk away and expose everything. It's going to be highly, highly emotional with that Ace of Cups, bringing forward a cleansing that will expose the corruption, the disregard for human life, ick with that Five of Cups. Ickety, ick, ick, ick. So, let me go a little bit further with this. We've got a race against time happening here. I'm just going to give me one card, guys. One card, one card, one card, one card. Is the Nimitz? Is there a... What card do you want? What card's going to leap out at me for the Nimitz? I don't usually do like this, so the boys are a little bit confused. Oh, speaking of which, when I was on Taco Tuesday, that one, okay. I typed a question and then my guides were there. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, sacrificed out in the cold. Tossed out, disregarded. It's not usually a yes card, but I will say yes with that, with the Five of Pentacles. It's old. It's due for decommissioning. It's expendable. Thank you. That's the word I got. It's expendable. But what about the people that are on it? What about the people that are on it? I think it's going to get stopped. I'm hoping it's going to get stopped. Yeah. The sneaking into camp and stealing, the betrayal, I'm hoping that's end and not actual unaliving. Show me, please. Is, and then we've got justice. Actions having consequences and justice. Is this going to be stopped? Right, well, here's the plan. Is any false flag hit on the USS Nimitz going to be stopped? Is it going to be stopped or exposed? Is it going to be stopped or exposed? Right, leave that one there. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Again, a message coming out to protect. Challenged by the world, bringing this to an end. King of Swords, again, at the foundation, the strategy, but could also be the revelation, action revealing the truth. The Wheel of Fortune in the past. Karma, or just simply the wheel turning. We've got the Hanged Man on the bottom. I think the information is going to come out and it's going to be stopped. Crowning this reading, we've got the Lovers. Now, Orange Twerp and all his backers, Netanyahu and all his backers, and the Kremlin, they are all cornered. Rats that are cornered are at their most dangerous and most unpredictable. So just be aware of this, but we've got the Lovers here. Some sort of agreement that was made that is crowning over this. And here we've got this Nine of Wands again, being stopped, a barrier being put up. The wounded, it's the wounded warrior in the Rider-Waite with his back up against the wall. Something's going to stand firm here. The Queen of Cups, it's not yet been revealed. And externally and internally, we've got justice. Actions having consequences. You've got here in the hopes and fears, somebody is going to walk away or scamper away that was in that briefing room with this information. Ace of Cups is the outcome. The corruption with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Wow. I'm hoping what this says is that the information is going to come out. Because here we've got an agreement for this to happen. Netanyahu and somebody else. I don't know whether it's the Orange Twerp or those behind the Orange Twerp. It reeks of Stephen Miller vibes. Gosh, I hope this is bringing to an ending. The Wheel of Fortune turning, protection. Ending. The truth. Moving forward. Then we've got the 8 with the Six of Swords, the 8 of Swords. Somebody's going to find themselves taken into custody over this. And boy, oh boy, with that Five of Wands, are they going to be really peeved. You've got the Three of Cups. Those that were supportive about this betrayal with the Seven of Swords are going to find themselves big stickered and flamed with that Ace of Wands. This was their new plan that they brought forward. But we've got here the Page of Cups, something unexpected out of left field that is going to reveal the Five of Swords, the abuse of power, the betrayal, the treason, and then we have the Ace of Swords. I am disgusted to every fibre of my being. I am absolutely cannot believe that it would even be considered, but that's what I'm getting, is that it was discussed, it was a strategy, but I think it's going to get stopped. There was somebody in that room, whether it's Higgs or whether it's somebody else, and it was just like disbelief that they would even consider this. Oh boy, do we get a clue? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of putting the barriers in place. The Queen of Pentacles, homeland. Was it known? Was it known that knows about this? I mean, the puppy killer, the timing is very... Is it... I keep getting drunken heads as something's going to come out from him messaging. Is it known and that's why she was put in the hospital? Was it known? Because I mean, what this reeks of Miller, absolutely reeks of Miller. Was it known? Is that why I was getting they needed to move fast in the previous reading, but I got it as being in Homeland Security? Is it? Come on down. Let's see if we can unpick this. Is it known who's going to Two of Swords again? The plan could go either way. False flag. The planning with that Ten of Pentacles. So we've got the Two of Swords challenged by the Ten of Pentacles. She may have put up some resistance about this. The Knight of Swords, the charging forward with the truth, bringing forward a message of the truth. Was it? No. We've got the raping and pillaging in the past, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles crowning the reading. Sacrificing the ship. Trying to hold on to what whomever feels is most important, and sacrificing the ship. Wow. You've got the bodies on the beach here. I know you probably can't see them because it's really dark. The Eight of Swords, restricted. Something happened to restrict them because externally, volatile information coming forward. Internally, about this taking control and my way or the highway, and disregard win at any cost card with the Emperor. The Sun card, hopes and fears being exposed, but it could also be a nuclear. The Magician, the cowardness of this manipulation, the Hermit being isolated, the Five of Pentacles being put in the hospital was known. The Four of Wands, an announcement from the White House potentially, or was this a threat to Noam and her family? As we've got this Seven of Pentacles, determination to reap what they sow, and this is what they're planning is treasonous. However, The Queen of Swords, female energy bringing forth the truth about the King of Pentacles and the government, or should I say this regime. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, that's my gnome card, having to make a difficult choice with the Seven of Cups and Judgment. On the base, we've got Justice, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, abuse of power, betrayal, and then you've got Temperance. Piece of the jigsaw puzzle being put into place. Gosh. Something overseas, information about protection. Queen of Cups, again, feminine energy bringing something forward or not yet revealed. You've got the Page of Swords, again, a whistleblower about plots that took place under the cover of darkness with that Nine of Cups. Yeah. Believe it or not, no may be the one that blows the lid on this plot. I am absolutely gobsmacked furious that it would even be on the table. I think it'll be stopped, but I'm just really starting to. I'm going to grab those cards back again. I'll just put that aside. I'm just going to grab these cards back again. I am heading away. They are available on Etsy under maighstirtarot, intuitive cards. The link is in the ... more section, but I'm not plugging them. I just want to have a bigger look at this, really break it down. Show me the nymphs, gnome, ending up in the hospital. What was that flew out? Well, there's the female energy card. In hospital. Sorry, I was looking at those next two cards. The feminine energy in hospital. So gnome, yes, gnome. Is gnome, believe it or not, is Kirsty gnome. Why are you throwing things at me everywhere? Is Kirsty gnome? No, they're going to blow the whistle on some nefarious plot about the USS Nimitz. Show me what we need to know about it. No, that one. Okay. Well, we've got the feminine energy in hospital. We've got go out. These two then fell out. I don't know what they are. Rebuilding. Leap of faith. Right. No idea what these are about. But here's gnome in hospital. This, okay, something huge. Huge. Karma, fate, destiny. Removing the fate and destiny is the key. network, the devil, poverty consciousness, the future is not yet written, connections to the devil, connected to the devil, tied to the devil. She's seeing the loss, but the future's not yet written. She hasn't decided yet because of the threat. So she was going to go out and leap over. Leap over the other side of the aisle. I can't believe this with Kirsty Dome, but anyhow, we've got that time clock again, the masculine energy and the strike. Could be struck down, divided overseas, families, bullseye. The strengths of fear around the world, about the ruler that just had his birthday, about what's he going to do next, or what's he going to order next. Secrets. Trying to move faster with whatever this secret is, but it's a crossroads moment, convoluted crossroads moment. We've got peace and we've got positive energy. Down. So this not wanting peace. You've got the masses, the freedom, the joy. This is like the rallies that were held, is in the past. No magic. Yes. Okay. I'm working together. Someone's going to say no. And I think this is gnomes. Gnome. I think gnome is I think she's going to take the leap of faith, because these overseas families are being targeted by this masculine energy. And I'm going to say families as in military family. I don't have a boat card. I have a plane card. Plane. Okay. Wow. Now if I go struck down, divide the plane, as in divide the boat, dividing the boat, the military family, and yes. Wow. She's the key, because she's in on this network with this devil energy, this evil. But it's too far for her. I mean, this is Puppy Killer cosplay gnome we're talking about. Gabbard's come out and said Iran doesn't have any nuclear weapons. I don't even know if Gabbard was Gabbard's the DNI, and then of course Patel's come out, director of FBI has come out with some look here type thing. I don't know if Gabbard was in on this briefing room. I think, man, I am so far down this rabbit hole. Can someone please send supplies? Okay, I'm going to leave it sit like that. I got nothing to add. Please, deep breath. Stay safe. Be aware, but don't immerse. Just know that the information that comes out from us readers is so that you are aware. We don't expect you to actually do anything about it because nothing you can do from a distance. So please, 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 please look after yourself. Know that this is, I mean, I know we all, half jokingly said, put your 5-point harness on, it's going to get wild. I don't even, us skin beings just didn't realize how wild it's going to get. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I shall catch you shortly. Take care.